bitches! Welcome to episode number 19 of Podcast in the Closet Hour with your host Stephanie and your host Scott.
Yes, I'm here also.
So it's been a while since we've recorded, like 3 weeks.
Almost. It's been, I looked at our last episode earlier today to see when it was posted, and it was 19 days ago. So.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Over 2 weeks.
It feels like it's been about a month.
Yeah,
but
it's been way too long.
Well, we've been exchanging, going off and on being sick. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am still sick right now. I'm sounding a lot better than I was.
Basically, it went like this. I was sick, then Stephanie was sick, and I was sick again.
And then I got sick again.
And I had a bad tooth, so it, affected that. And then Stephanie got sick again. And still, that's 2.5 weeks. Approximately, that's what it adds up to with how long we've been gone.
Well, think about it. We actually, if we're going to go back to last year, we both got sick around Christmas, too.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of sick December, January, February.
Yeah.
I have never personally gotten sick like this, so, back to back to back like that.
Yeah, me either, not really.
So, hopefully, knock on wood, we're done with that.
Hopefully. I'm not counting on it.
That's why we haven't been around, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's been... And it's not like we haven't wanted to be here. Actually, I've spent a lot of my downtime, even when I was sick, working on the website and creating other stuff. So, one of the things I've been doing lately, actually, is I've been trying to find another network that might be interested in our show. I appreciate all you guys out there who are already listening. You guys are the true pitch bitches because you
bitches.
You don't need a network to find us, but there's other listeners out there I'm sure that would like to hear us. I hope. And
no, I'm really wondering if the only people that think we're really entertaining, I think it's just each other. I think
Yeah, but we have a decent startup audience. So
pity support.
Why? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Why do they listen to us?
No, pity support.
Well, explain. What does that mean?
Oh, well, nobody else is listening to... No, I'm just kidding. We have, way more than 5 or 6 people. We have, 9. No.
She's
just kidding.
Fabricating facts.
We do have a lot more than that. It's just sometimes I listen to us and I'm like, how could anybody else think I'm funny or entertaining?
You can't tell me there's times where you're listening and you laugh and you're like, that really was fucking funny.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay.
I do, but I don't know if I'm just, humoring myself or
maybe
humoring
someone laughs
you.
at us because we're so stupid.
Oh, I don't want to be fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid. I don't want to be stupid.
I didn't call you stupid. I included you in being part of the stupid couple that does a podcast in their closet.
Oh my god. Okay. So anyways, about our week, that's been what's going on. We also just recently had Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. We went and we got a hotel room for the night and just practically lived in the in-room jacuzzi.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's something we do every year. This year we only decided to do one day, which totally fine. We still enjoyed every minute of it.
And what's funny about us is it's not like we go and what am I thinking? Rough it. We take our PlayStation and we take our drinks and our snacks and we hook the PlayStation
so
up to
many
the TV,
snacks.
And we turn the TV and sit in the jacuzzi and use our. It's as if basically we could either go to a room or we could put a jacuzzi in our living room because it's the same thing, kind of.
Yeah, that's basically what we do.
Yeah. So.
How do you think the cats would react if we had a big old jacuzzi in our living room?
I don't think they would like it very much because they don't like this. They don't like the. I was going to say the swimming pool. They don't like the shower.
I think Dinah would be curious.
I think you would eventually put one of them in there just because you'd be like, I need to see.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, definitely. So, if we would have taken cheeseburger, that's exactly what I would have done.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was our Valentine's Day.
Oh, and Scott almost lit the room on fire.
I did?
Yeah. We had candles around the bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
And he stood up and he farted. And I'm like, don't fart into the
I
fire.
didn't realize that's what you were talking about.
Don't fart into the fire.
Let that be a tip to all pitch listeners out there.
All pitch bitches need to understand. Don't fart into the fire.
Never fart into the fire.
Oh, my
God. Also, like, something that's close to my heart that has happened since we've last recorded is, and I posted on the website in my new little blog I'm doing called Scott's Thoughts. And right now I'm doing Scott's Thoughts on wrestling. I posted about Daniel Bryan right before he retired, and this was it this past Monday? It was this past Monday, right?
I think no, it wasn't.
It's
Wait,
the one before.
Yeah, because it was before we went to the hotel.
Yeah. Anyway, he announced his retirement because he suffered too many concussions in his career.
It makes me so sad because, like, where he's been a wrestling fan since he was the age of 3, I haven't been a wrestling fan for nearly as long, like 2.5 years. And so that's when Daniel Bryan was really starting to come up. Everyone was digging him. He's the everyday man. He fought, no matter what anybody else told him that, you can or cannot do this. It didn't matter to him. He did the damn thing. And so I know Daniel Bryan has personally touched me because had it not been for him, my experiences with wrestling for the short period of time, in other words, I might not have been the fan that I actually kind of turned into without him. Yeah. So I'm really, really sad to see him go.
He was the bait on your hook, basically.
Well, him and Big Show. Big Show's still around, but I'm still mad at him. So
hashtag fuck Big Show.
Oh man, we should tell them about the time that my wrestling cherry was officially popped.
You know what? We'll save that for now. I want to do a wrestling episode near WrestleMania.
Okay, well, remember to put that in your notes then.
Because this episode's going to be action-packed. But I just wanted to bring up Daniel Bryan's retirement and say that, he was one of my favorites, and I hate to see him go, but I understand why. And I just wanted to take a moment. Normally someone doesn't take a moment in silence for somebody as an ode to him, but I think we should take a moment and go, yes, 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 for Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Thank you, Daniel Bryan.
Thank you, Daniel Bryan. Thank you very, very much. You're amazing. We love you.
Anything else that we want to?
As far as
I noticed that while we were off, people were downloading our older episodes. That's kind of cool. Not the first 4, don't worry. You want me to just take those down, don't you?
No, I want you to take the one that Elena and I did down.
That one's not going down. That's a special treat to people while we were on vacation.
Related to me at all. Don't, please, for the love of God, don't fucking download that one.
What was it, episode 13?
Shh, I don't know.
Majestic knows me.
No, Elena was fine. I'm the one that...
That was our biggest guest we ever had, Sarah Palin. I mean, why would people not want to hear that?
I loved having Elena on it. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's like waking up from a hangover, though, and you're like, what did I do? Did I say those things?
And you planned it out for like a week. The segments.
I know. I don't know what happened, but then, like, it became real, and I was like, I don't...
You just heard yourself.
Yeah, and I didn't... Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about it because then people are going to be like, now I got to hear it.
Yeah, it's majestic moose meat for all the bitches out there.
Anyways, so anything else we want to talk about before we roll on into Uber update?
No, we've covered it. We've let people know we've been off for a while because we've been sick and shit, and then we had a little Valentine's.
A lot of stuff has happened, but really,
we had a little Valentine's moment, and now we're back. We're refreshed, and hopefully bouncing back from being sick and tired.
And not getting sick again.
Yes. Let's move right into Uber updates.
Okay, so obviously with being sick, I haven't Ubered as much, but so this is going to be pulling one that happened, I would say it probably happened in December. So technically it happened last year. I went and I picked up this really, really intoxicated, middle-aged woman from a bar. And
I don't know if you told me about
yeah, it was the night my sister went with me. Wait. Yeah, it was the night my sister went with me.
Our sister Kirsten, she's been on a couple episodes.
Yeah, she has, and that's the only time I've taken her Ubering with me. I don't feel safe. I have such a need to
because
protect
of this
her.
woman?
No, but well, I won't be a good big sister if I take her with me like that. It's one thing to take a friend, but I'm so protective over her because people can be crazy. You never know what people are capable of.
Yeah, but we've already experienced that when people get crazy, she's the one that goes and whoops their ass.
I know. All the more reason I shouldn't be bringing my sister with me. She's 18, okay?
She's 18, and if you piss her off, she will whoop your ass in the McDonald's parking lot.
She will. There's no... Yeah.
She will.
She'll spider fight your ass. Anyways, so I went and I picked her up from this bar, and really the person who called the Uber was her friend, who was still slightly drunk, but not like she was. This woman I was picking up was gone. She was like, no, I need you to take her home.
Could she even talk?
Yes. In fact, I thought they were going to get into a fist fight in my back seat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's what happened. The lady that was really drunk, the reason her friend was making her leave, again, these are two middle-aged women.
Right.
You know, and, she was there on a Tinder date. And when she got there and met him, he ended up hitting on somebody else completely and ignored her the whole night.
So she swiped right when she should have swiped left. Is that right?
I don't know how Tinder works. I don't know how Tinder works. All I know is she was on a Tinder date and she was really drunk. And she kept getting drunker because she became more and more upset as he wouldn't pay attention to her.
Oh my gosh.
So she kept on she was in the backseat. She's like...
Was he on 2 Tinder dates?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
I don't know. I do not know.
2 Tinder 10.
Oh man. So, but anyway, so she's in the backseat and she's like, he wasn't here for me. He's here for her. And I'm like, she is just, and so her and her, because every time she puts her feet in the car, she goes over to try and kick her. She's like, get off me, bitch. It's like, she's like, no, you get your feet in this car right now. She's going to take you home. You're going to go home. You need to get the hell out of here. What are you doing?
Wow.
So they're, but anyway, so she finally gets her in the car and she starts pulling out. I start pulling out, I mean. Pulling out. Oh, that's funny. So I start pulling out of the parking lot, and she goes, that thieving bitch has my phone. And I'm like, I'm sure she doesn't. How about we just go ahead and look for your phone? I'll stop right here, and we'll just look for your phone. She's like, no, you turn around. This thieving bitch has my phone. She is so not okay.
Oh,
so not okay. And me being who I am, I was like, okay, let me call her. So I called her friend, and she didn't answer. Well, at that time, she had gotten out of the car and tried to go back into the bar to go find this girl.
How far away was
she? Didn't get far. She didn't get far because I found her friend. I was like, she won't stay in the car. And she's like, and I said, she swears that you have her phone. So her friend comes back, brings her back out there, gets her back in the car. We put on the child locks. Yes, Scott, child locks. And she looks at me, she goes, don't let her out of this car again. Like, she was mad at me. And I was like, I'm so sorry. She kept saying,
it's not your job to babysit her.
I know. But at the end of the day, let me finish, okay? And you'll understand. So, I was like, she says that you have her phone. And she's like, I don't have her phone. And she finds her phone for her. She's like, here, bitch, I don't have your phone. Now stop, and you're going to go home. She's like, fine, fuck you. And like, so she shuts the door, right? But before she shuts the door, she says, I know she's being difficult. I'm sorry. She's like, we got the child locks on now. I'm like, yeah, we do. She's like, please, as long as you get her to her apartment complex, whatever happens after then is her. But and I'm like, I got you. So she apologized.
Wow.
She was just stressed out by her, and I can understand because I've been there with Taylor before, and Taylor's fucking stressing me out like that.
Let me ask you this. You made me think of something. What if, in that situation, you dropped this girl off, and you took her there and you dropped her off, and she's so fucked up, she goes and slips and falls and cracks her head open and dies. Did the police look at you in some way like you should have been more...
Absolutely not.
Do you think they would, though?
Well, I bet you they would question me, and here's the thing. They wouldn't question Uber, they would question me because I am an independent contractor. But all I have to say is I dropped her off at the specific location. She was fine when she got out of my car. I ended the trip and then I left because that's the good thing is I'll have everything timestamped.
Yeah.
So Uber will support me that much because I'm using their app.
That's good. That's what I was asking.
So, yeah, but would I ever really be worried about something like that happening? No.
You've never, dropped somebody off that you were worried about them getting inside?
Yeah, and I have helped a couple of them get inside.
Yeah.
But I've made that as a personal choice. That is nothing, and that's just because I'm a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, you've got 3 flights of stairs to go up like this?
Wow.
Are you kidding me? So yeah, I've helped them before. But if they're dickheads, then I'm just like, okay, thank you, you have a good night. Vroom, go on.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to put up with abuse like that.
Well,
no.
That part of working for a job, having a job like this, is the freedom to say, fuck that, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah, no, I'm my own boss in this kind of situation.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's my Uber update for this week. I can still pull out some more, guys. I've got tons of them.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, so.
There's many that I've heard that she hasn't even talked about yet, so...
Yeah, I have a good stockpile of them. And it's only going to keep growing because I'm going to keep doing Uber because I'll have my car paid off soon, and then I'll be going back to school. And Uber's perfect for someone like myself that's going back to school. It'll work with whatever schedule I really have.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to have school on the weekends.
Yeah, that's true.
And so during the week is when I can do all of my homework and...
Yeah.
I don't know, Uber's just a good option for me right now.
It's a good option for the right person.
It is, yeah, I would say so.
All right, well, you know what our next segment is.
Yes, I do, and this is going to be fun this week.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think for the both of us.
Yeah.
We're both itching to fit.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to pitch a fit again?
Yeah, I think you should go first.
Oh, okay.
I want you to go first this time, though.
Well, we already talked about one thing that's pissed me off for the last couple of weeks.
Being sick?
Yes, that was initially what and I have pitched a fit in the past about being sick and allergies and all that shit. And I think I said I wasn't going to bring it up again, but frankly, it cost us almost 3 weeks of episodes.
Yeah.
So, fuck being sick. Fuck that. I'm tired of it. Hopefully that shit's done.
We need to be taking a daily multivitamin.
Yeah, I would agree.
And we ran out of our vitamin C.
Yeah.
And we haven't restocked since, so... Yeah, no, being sick. I agree with you.
But instead of pitching a fit about being sick, because we already went over that, and you guys have heard it many times in the past, I'm going to pitch a fit about somebody you've already pitched a fit about.
Oh, I think I know.
And I'm going to preface this with saying, by me bringing up this person, I'm being a hypocrite for what I'm about to say.
I know where you're going with this.
My pitch of fit this week is about Martin Shkreli.
Fucking piece of shit. Basically, with all that white crusty stuff on it. He's one of those kind of dog turds.
if you don't know who he is, he's the pharma bro. That's what they call him.
Mm-hmm.
He's this twerp that has bought up medicines that their patent ran out of date, and he's jacked up the prices on those medications. So people are forced to pay for him because he's the only one on the market.
The biggest one that got him recognition was Daraprim.
Yeah.
It is a medicine that was $13.50 per pill that he jacked up over 5,000%.
It was 5,000.556%.
There you go. See, and he jacked it up to $750 per pill.
Yeah.
Daraprim is a medication used for AIDS patients.
Yeah. And that's fucked up. But to those who have followed this and don't know this, I recently read that, and I can't remember what pharmaceutical company it is, but they took the active agents that are in Daraprim and created their own drug, and they are selling that for $99 for a 100-pill bottle.
I think that's incredible.
So that's actually less than $1 a pill.
I think that's pretty incredible.
And they had, I forget what it said, but the article I read, they had some comments towards Scarelli, like letting them know you're not gonna fucking screw people like that. But he's
a fucking dickhead. Like, I really just wish I could give him a piece of my mind badly. His face is punchable.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There was actually, just a little side note, and I'll let you finish. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I knew when I brought up Martin Scarelli, it was gonna become...
It's hard to bite my tongue.
I thought it was gonna be our pitch of fit, but now I'm seeing it's gonna be yours, so go ahead.
No. Gosh, what was I saying?
You talking about his punchable face.
Oh, that's right. There was actually an article put out about why Martin Shkreli's face is so punchable. It's an actual article that I read about why is his face so punchable. And it has something to do with he kind of looks like an infant. Not saying that people want to punch babies.
That's what you just said.
No, but they like...
That's what you just said.
I really should have. I didn't expect this, so I didn't have the...
She has foot and mouth disease.
No, okay, Martin Shkreli just has a punchable face, okay? And I think we can all agree to that. And it's scientifically been proven why. Go look up the article your own damn self.
And you know what? He probably punches babies, too.
He probably wants to punch babies.
Yeah, he probably does.
Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, his latest misadventure, if you even want to call it that, is he has offered to buy Kanye West's new album before it comes out, which it's already out now.
The Life of Pablo.
Yeah, and it's out now if I remember correctly. But he offered to buy it for $12 million, I think, or was it $10 million? And
15.
Was it? And
15.
And it not be released to the public. And it's like, this is why I said I'm a hypocrite when I say this. But this is what I was originally saying. This guy, at least evidently to me, I don't know if it is for other people, but to me, this guy he's all about the attention. He don't care if it's negative. He loves the fucking attention he's getting. That's why he sits there with a dumb grin on his face.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the solution. And like I said, I'm being a hypocrite. So let this be the last time we talk about him.
I can't promise you shit.
That's it. Drop him out of social media. Don't fucking bring him up. Don't acknowledge the stupid shit he's doing. Let people who know what they're doing fix that, like the pharmaceutical. I wish I could remember the pharmaceutical company because I would give them a shout out and say that's fucking awesome. But like they're doing with the Daraprim alternative, let people handle the shit that he fucks up, and he's gonna end up going to jail. Obviously, the FBI is after his ass for Ponzi schemes, and he's.
Well, I mean, I'm sure people have heard his little, the little clip of him when he was actually in the courtroom and how he just wanted to plead the fifth and smirk and pose for fucking pictures.
About. And I think...
And that dumb grin is also in that article on why he's so punchable.
Yeah.
You're just like, don't talk about him. Stop talking. Scott, look at who you're marrying. Okay?
Trust me, I knew when I brought him up, it was going to be a whole thing.
I'm not saying that if it would have been for any other medication other than Daraprim or for any other disease other than AIDS, I would still care, okay? Absolutely. But the fact that it has to do with an AIDS medication, it gets me reeling on him. I just want to shake him and be like, the fuck is wrong with you? Both of my parents are gone.
I think a lot of people want to
shake him. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You got no heart. You got no soul. You know, all you have is a shit-eating grin and just this smug farmer bro mentality. Like, you just think you're tough shit and you're fucking not.
He hides behind money, that's all.
You
and you know, I understand that it'll never happen because people are going to continue to tweet about him and all this shit. But that solution to this guy is to ignore him. It is. Think about it.
I guess, but it's not going to stop him from doing stupid shit.
Yes, it will. He's doing it for attention. Eventually, he'll go back to doing his stupid shit.
Do you think he did the price hike for attention?
I think so.
No, I think he did it for money. So I think for us to turn a blind eye to him, that's what it sounds like you're saying.
I think he did it for attention, honestly.
No, he did that part for money. No, I'm talking about maybe the other stuff he might have done for some attention, but definitely the original reason that he was the most hated man in America was for fucking monetary value.
Well, I agree that it's also for monetary value, too. But I think he loves the attention. And maybe that, maybe that's where he discovered that he could get that attention when that happened. But I'm talking about the stupid Kanye West shit, the Wu-Tang buying the Wu-Tang Clan fucking album.
By the way, woo-goo.
You know what else I found out recently about this dumb fuck?
What?
He is an avid League of Legends player. And he tried to buy an esports team to help him get into the finals of some fucking esports thing. He goes on Twitch and he live streams. When he got the call from the FBI that he was going to jail, they were arresting him. He was live streaming on Twitch playing League of Legends.
Oh my god. That's fantastic.
So that's Martin Shkreli for you.
Oh man. He is such a fun thing to pitch a fit about because he's such an easy target.
Yeah.
Him and his infant face that I want to punch.
You're going to force me to title this episode Punch an Infant.
No, that's not what we're calling this episode.
Hashtag Punch an Infant.
Oh my gosh. No, that's not what we're going to call it.
Bop a Baby?
What, Bop a Baby? Bop a Baby?
Yeah.
That's awful. No. Bop a Baby. You hear him. Bop a Baby. What the fuck? Anyways.
Smack a Stepchild.
Smack a Stepchild? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. All right.
Okay.
What do you got to pitch a fit about?
So there's quite a few things, but I'm just going to pick one.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got the Martin Shkreli thing on my mind. Beyonce has hurt my feelings, but I'm not going to go there.
Oh my god.
But instead I'm going to talk about something else. I'm going to talk about pro-rape activist.
Oh god.
Roosh V.
Who seems to have fallen off. Like, I haven't heard anything else from him.
They're going more underground with it, and I'll explain that too.
Why? After the backlash they've gotten.
Yeah, so
they're gonna go underground with it. Plus, they are underground because they're living in their mother's basements.
Yeah, technically, right?
Yeah.
So Roosh V basically. Okay, so let me explain. Yes, I listen to the media a lot, but when it comes to something that really fucking pisses me off and really fucking gets me going, I take it upon myself to go look up other shit. So I decided to start with their main website, which I'm not even going to give the name because, like Scott said, people like this don't need to be paid attention to.
Absolutely. I think Roosh V is definitely a member.
He's a media whore.
He's a member of Martin Shkreli's League of Legends team. Guaranteed.
Well, okay, so truth is, I did watch a 35-minute interview with him, okay? And one of the things that he did say, because people were asking him, hey, has this publicity, has it made a difference? He's like, well, it's bad publicity, but hell, my name's getting out there. So, I mean, he's basically saying right there, hey, I'm a media whore. I don't really care. My name is being said.
These people, that's my fucking picture fit. Stop helping them get what they want.
I know. I understand it, Scott. I do. But at the same time, I'm so passionate about this stuff that I'm not going to sit down and shut up. That's what he wants women to do. And guess what this woman's not going to do? Sit down and shut up. I went and I did this investigating myself. I did read a few articles, but I went to their website directly. I went to articles that members of his group have written specifically. Mm-hmm. And it is nothing but derogatory towards women. And so when people say he's a pro-rape activist, I'll say this, that is not 100% true. What he believes is that as long as it is between a man and a wife and it's on private property. So what he believes, essentially, how I take that is, all right, men, that's your wife. That's your property, and you could do whatever you want, regardless of what she says. And then he wants to sit here and say, "Oh, all these feminists need to sit down and shut up." Okay, of course that's going to make 1,000,001 fucking women mad. He has this one article, Scott, why it's beneficial to date a woman with an eating disorder. No.
What the fuck?
Yes, and one of the things he says in this, to be fair, I think it's written by someone that's in his group that Roosh V approved.
Right.
I don't think it was necessarily written by him. I can't remember who it was.
But it's on a website
that he runs, approved by him, like basically someone on his admin team. Yeah. So very, very close to him.
Yeah.
And anyways, one of the points that this article makes is saying that women who have an eating disorder are already very aware of their weight and how they look. Okay, all right. First, let me stop and say, it doesn't matter. Every woman is usually pretty conscious of that. Fat, small, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have an eating disorder. Women are just kind of naturally geared like that.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm just saying. And, anyways, so he's like, so they'll already be conscious of this, and they'll want to be skinny. The other thing that was in there that blew my fucking mind, you ready? Mm-hmm. Since they're already insecure, they'll be easy to boss around. Hell no!
Uh-huh.
Let me get to clapping. No. No, no, no.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then anyway, so this is about their group. As you can see, they're very misogynistic, and they had set up a World Meetup Day on February 6th, I believe it was, a World Meetup Day for all these other losers that lived in their fucking mother's basements to meet together and talk about
and that's
their ideals and what they believe in shit.
That's a fact, guys. She ended up finding out that he actually, in fact, lives in his mother's basement.
He does. He lives in his mother's basement. Now, I will say that could have been something that the media said, but because as soon as I saw it, I'll admit I didn't dig into it any further because I didn't want to believe anything else other than that.
Oh, see, I thought it was legit.
No, well, everyone was saying that. People had reported it on. Now, I did see pictures of where he answered his mother's door. They said that they raided his computer, which was downstairs in the basement. And so, like, I read 2 or 3 articles, but I didn't dig deeper. Yeah. Because I'm like, that makes total fucking sense. I'm good with all that. It's like, you're telling me shit I already knew anyways. Shit I already suspected. Because in this 35-minute interview, he's like, no, I don't live with my mother. I maybe visit her for 1 month every year. And I'm like, bull fucking shit. Yeah, when he did this interview, I swear, him and Martin Shkreli should be fuck buddies. Like, Oh, and another thing he discourages is that, from looking into his shit other than women is gay men. And God, what do you get a bunch of women and gay men together? We're going to rally together. That's what we do. So, boop, my pitch of fit is about Roosh V, this little piece of shit who got his World Meetup Days on February 6th canceled because so many people were threatening to whoop his fucking ass. I mean, I went on there and I read some of the shit. I've actually been a part of saying some of the shit myself. They were talking about, at one point, when they were talking about a Dallas meetup, someone had said something along the lines of, a person who was involved with their group was like, don't worry, we'll bring guns. Guns are allowed, we can open carry now. Yeah. And I was like, bitch, I'm from Texas. I was born with a gun in my hand. I will fucking kill you.
You wrote that?
Yes, he made me mad.
Oh my god.
I don't own a gun. But I do know how to shoot one.
That was a weekly confessional right there.
Oh, I guess so.
Well,
No, he's just sitting here, shut up, woman, blah, 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 blah. You need to know your place. Hell no. No, I'm not going to, no, I'm not doing that.
So basically our picture fit this week was just a pair of assholes. The two biggest assholes in America.
The most hated men in America, which everyone fucking knows about, so. Anyways, there's my picture fit, darling.
Excellent.
Yep.
Nope. And the bells are here just in time.
Oh, fantastic.
To move us right into our next segment, which just so happens to be our weekly confessional. It's that time once again, ladies and gentlemen. It's to step right up to the booth of truth. It's time for our weekly confessional.
So, I kind of want to do my confession first, considering how it ended. Our last segment.
Okay, go for it.
So I went to bitching about this, and this, right? Now going into saying that my confession is every time I cook bacon for us, as I'm cooking it, I usually eat at least 2 to 3 pieces of it.
What the hell?
And I will continue to do so. Because it hurts cooking bacon sometimes. It pops sometimes.
I always wondered why there wasn't enough bacon for our sandwiches.
There's always enough bacon for our sandwiches.
No, our sandwiches could use one more piece apiece, I think.
No.
And they just happen to be the ones that you eat.
Well, you want to do it then? Then you cook the bacon. You cook the bacon. There's my confession, like plain and simple. I've been waiting to tell you this for weeks.
Wow.
I'm proud of myself now. Hey, cooking bacon hurts. I'll be sitting there cooking bacon, and it's popped in my eye before.
So you're like, let me take a bite of this shit.
I'll be like, I earned this.
You like to take it out of the pan while it's still raw. Motherfucker for popping me, I'm gonna eat you.
Hey, I'm sure I'm not the only person that does that. That's part of the... They say that that's part of the benefits of being the cook, is you always get to be the taste tester. But bacon, and I always have to taste test when I do bacon.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is not something I expected whatsoever.
I know, because I'm such a kind, giving soul.
Except you eat.
But I will take my bacon. Hey.
So basically, you eat half the package.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because you eat 3 pieces, and then you eat over half the package. Because then you have to have some for your 2 apiece for each sandwich.
No, there's usually like 12 pieces and I'll eat 2 of them, usually.
Okay, so that's 6. So you eat half the package.
So? Fuck you. Fuck you. You can go play hide and go fuck yourself. Look, you want to do what I do? You go in there and make that bacon then.
I'll make it in the microwave.
No, it tastes shitty like that.
No, it doesn't.
Yes. Put it on the oven, and you gotta put it on the stove and actually make it.
No, I'll make it in the microwave.
No, it does not taste good in the microwave.
I'll just go by that packaged stuff.
It does not. No!
We got bacon bits.
That's for, like, baked potatoes and shit.
Well, just eat enough of it on your bread, and you've got a bacon sandwich. Just lay out your bread and dump bacon bits until it's covered.
I'm gonna ignore you. You were talking about those assholes. If we just ignore them, they'll basically stop. So I'm just going to ignore you.
Yeah, but that's not a good podcast, so you can't do that. Plus, it's my turn to do my weekly confession. Also.
What's your confession?
Well, since I mentioned wrestling earlier in the podcast, I might as well keep along with that. My grandma and I used to go see wrestling every weekend for locally in Arlington, where, at the time I lived in Mesquite. But we would go to Arlington. We drove to Arlington every Saturday night, and then we started going every Friday and Saturday night and saw local wrestlers. And the company was named PCW Professional Championship Wrestling. And eventually they'd start bringing in other bigger names. They brought in like Abyss, Chris Daniels, let's see, who else? Trying to remember some of the bigger names, but anyway, eventually they brought in AJ Styles, and this is before AJ got real big. He was in TNA, but I think he maybe won that X Division title at that point. He wasn't too big as far as bigger companies, And he came in, and he had a match, and he won.
So he went through PCW?
He just had a match. They
okay.
match. And he won. And then during the match, I noticed there was an earring on the floor because we sat front row. It was near my grandma's chair, and I reached down and got it, and we realized it was one of his earrings. And my grandma was like, "Let's just keep it." I'm like, "No." I said, I don't know why, but something told me to try to give it back. So we knew the staff there, and we went and told them that we had it. And they're like, "Okay, well." One of the staff went out and helped me get my grandma in her van because she was in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Get the wheelchair in the car, and then they told us to drive around the back. And he came out back. And so my confession this week is I actually got to meet AJ Styles.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool.
With my grandma, and he was really nice guy. He took a moment. He stood there and talked to me, and then he went around on her side. And he was telling us how he really appreciated us giving the earring back. That his wife had just gotten them for a gift for him.
Aww.
And that they were white gold. They were pretty expensive. And that he was basically saying that...
He was very appreciative.
Yeah, he was basically saying that most people he would expect to keep it, so he was surprised that we gave it back. That's
really cool. That's a fun confession.
Yeah, so for those of you that are wrestling fans, and for those of you who are not, sorry, I know that you probably don't give a shit about what I'm talking about right now. But anyway, for those wrestling fans out there, because I love wrestling, AJ Styles just debuted in the WWE, and he's really on fire right now. People really like him. I think he'll go far. But anyway, I got to meet him way back. I'd say probably 2006, 2005, so 10 years ago.
So you got to meet him before he really got big.
Well, no, he was pretty well. He was, yeah. I mean, for the most part, yeah. But he was climbing his way up in TNA at the time, and he was going to be a big name. Everybody knew he was destined to be a big star. It just took him so long to get to WWE.
Why do you think that is?
He chose not to several times.
He wanted more experience, you think?
Well, not just that. He was loyal to TNA for the longest time, and then something happened with him with a contract issue. I forget what it was, and he ended up going to Japan. And from there, he came to WWE.
So he went from Japan straight to WWE, or
did he wrestled in Japan?
Was he in NXT for any length of time?
No, he went straight. Oh. He debuted the Royal Rumble, and he's been on WWE.
Wow, that's really special because.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
because they know. I mean, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They know he's a big time star.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So that's my confession. I got to meet AJ Styles in a very personal way, and I have a memory with him and my grandma. So
very cool.
Yep.
That's a fun confession.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna have a little bit more fun. This is one of my favorite segments, and that is our news segment where we tell you guys about some really fucked up shit.
This is one of my favorite segments.
And I think you guys can see just how much we love this segment because I'm constantly putting up what the fuck news on the site. Every day there's some kind of what the fuck news that I share to the site. And these are...
There is not a shortage of fucked up people in the world. Like, this will forever be a segment, a part of Pitch.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. So let's move right into it.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the figgity fuck?
What in the fuck?
What 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 the fuck news?
Alright, guys, so now it's our favorite time here. I would say it's one of our favorites, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I really like the Weekly Confessional also. But...
Yeah. Like we were saying, though, this is never going to go away. Always a surplus of crazy people.
Oh, definitely.
Now, that being said, I found this on fox2detroit.com.
Okay.
Man was watching porn while driving before fatal crash.
Oh my god. No, my news is related to that too. This is the first time we've ever done this.
We've got the same what the fuck story?
Very close.
Well, as long as it's not the same.
It's got that part, that's part of it.
Wow, okay, so for people that don't know this, for our pitch bitches that don't know this, we don't talk about this stuff before we tell each other. Like, when we do it on the podcast, it's the first time the other person is hearing about it. So we never share our what the fuck news, whatever. So, okay. So this was posted January 26th. Okay?
Okay.
The Michigan State Police Department said Tuesday that a man died after rolling his car on the ramp from the lodge to I-75 was watching pornography while driving. The accident happened early Sunday morning, just after 3:30. Michigan State Police troopers were called to the ramp from the lodge to southbound I-75 on a one-car accident. The preliminary investigation revealed the driver of the car was watching a movie while behind the wheel, police said on Monday. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt.
I know it's not funny to laugh.
I know, but like, well, you're watching porn, dude, really. So the driver was not wearing a seatbelt when he lost control and rolled the car. He was partially ejected through the sunroof and died on scene. On Tuesday, Fox 2 was speaking with Michigan State Police troopers about the different story when MSP revealed the man had been watching pornography and masturbating while driving. MSP also said the 58-year-old man was not wearing pants at the time of the crash.
Wow.
There's my what the fuck news.
That is hilarious. And the reason it's hilarious is I get to carry on what you just started, because my what the fuck news is 5 weirdest ways people have died while driving.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And number 1 was driving while watching porn.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, we have finally, like, almost exactly matched up on our articles.
That is crazy, because that's literally
and I've
never
held on
happened.
to mine for weeks.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
okay.
God.
Wow.
That's crazy. Alright, so I don't need to read one because that was exactly what you just did for the most part.
Oh wow.
Mine's care of break.com. It looks like that they've taken different articles and maybe put them together to put this 5 weirdest ways of people dying while driving. Number 2 is driving while boning.
I've heard of people doing that.
Minesh Parbat. I'm sorry if I just slaughtered your name because I don't know how you pronounce it, but you should have been boning anyway while you're driving. Unlike the poor guy from Detroit, some folks have a partner to do the nasty with while behind the wheel. In March of 2014, a couple in England decided that driving at 70 miles per hour was a great time to get busy. By get busy, I'm not talking about keeping busy with an eye on the road and looking for pedestrians. While 36-year-old Minesh was driving through Crowley West, his girlfriend Lisa Watling began having sex with him, straddling him and obscuring his view of the road. Sadly, he was unable to keep a grip on the wheel, and the car crashed, leaving Watling dead. She was found wearing only a t-shirt, no pants, and his pants and underwear were around his ankles. The court held him responsible for her death, and he was sent to jail for 7 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucked up way to die.
This was pretty fucked up, too. And you need to see these pictures. Guys, I will post this article in the What the Fuck News on the website. And I guess I don't even really need to post yours because yours is on here.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I'll post this. And also, if you're listening to it on YouTube, I'm going to start including that on our little cards. But anyway, number 3 is driving while hoarding.
Which definitely coincides with number 1 and number 2.
Not whoring.
Horny.
Hoarding.
Driving while
like
hoarding?
Hoarders. Hoarding.
Like someone who's moving? I don't understand.
Let me read.
Yes, please.
If you are a fan of the TV shows Hoarders Buried Alive, you are familiar with the ways fellow humans stuff trash in their homes. Note to the woman on that show who declared, "I guess I'm not the best housekeeper." While men in protective hazmat suits literally shovel piles of cat feces out of her living room, you are correct. They should do an entire spin-off show dedicated to people who hoard in their cars. While it is curious to see a hoarder car parked in the Walmart parking lot, these mobile death traps can cause serious accidents. Take the case of Anne Biglon of Yarmouth, Massachusetts, whose Ford Focus was filled to the brim with trash and garbage.
Oh my
But for a
gosh.
small space carved out for her to sit in the driver's seat. She lost control of her car while backing out of a parking spot at the post office when old coffee cups and pieces of trash fell into the gas and brake pedals.
Oh, no.
And there's actually a picture of a car full of fucking trash.
That's ridiculous.
I'm on my way to be a hoarder. I need to clean my car out. That makes me want to clean it.
Oh, my gosh.
This one I'm guilty of. And you are too.
Me?
What could it be?
Oh, texting and driving.
No.
Or, well, I mean, I don't text and drive, honestly. I just try and find my music. Which is why I use Spotify and put on playlists. But, while driving.
Eating.
Eating while driving.
Driving while eating.
But some foods are perfect for, like bananas.
What?
Bananas are perfect. They're perfect driving
No,
food.
because then what do you do with the peel?
Well, if you're smart, you have a little bag in there to put it in.
Anyway, if you're like me, you love to swing by the drive-thru to pick up some burgers. Yet by the time you get home, all of the French fries have already been eaten. While scarfing down some fries at a red light might not seem like a big deal. According to one study, at least 80% of accidents are caused by eating and driving.
Oh my gosh.
Weirdly enough, investigators often discover that a crash was caused by chowing down on a sloppy Big Mac when they find out that the blood all over the windshield is really ketchup. Which, if you're going to go, at least this has a bit of comic irony to it. Just this past week, a man in Sacramento, California, was plowing through a sleeve of cookies when he began to choke on one of them, causing him to plow through a hotel. Luckily, this time the Cookie Monster was okay and nobody died. No word on what type of cookie he was eating at the time of the accident.
Okay. No word on the type of cookie.
This one I'm not guilty of, but a lot of people are.
Okay.
Driving while applying cosmetics.
I hate it when I see people doing that. That drives me insane. Like, at a stoplight, I might put on some chapstick or whatever.
Yeah.
But, when you straight up see bitches putting on mascara and eyeliner, that is too much.
And I got a picture right here in front of me of a lady putting on eyeliner.
Yeah.
According to the insurance companies, nearly half of women drivers apply makeup while driving, causing an estimated 450,000 accidents a year. That's almost 500,000 accidents.
Wow.
This seems a lot less scandalous than the above examples, but ladies using cosmetics in traffic is a serious problem. While applying eyeliner, you might actually pierce your eye. In 2009, a woman in Illinois was polishing her nails while driving. If you were going to do anything, I could see you polishing your nails.
No.
I've seen you mess with nail glue, but it's usually at a light.
Yeah, at a light, or if I'm pulled over somewhere or something.
Yeah. Anyway, not seeing the motorcyclist in front of her, Laura Hunt struck and killed Anita Zafke. So remember, when an airbag hits your eyeliner, it's never a pretty sight. So there you go. That's my What the Fuck News.
Wow, that is a very...
5 weirdest ways people have died while driving.
You know, what would make people... I mean, I guess, like, the one that sticks out to me is driving while boning, especially, like, that's not... How can... You have to be I guess it's an adrenaline rush. I don't know what it is.
I don't see it.
It's either... It could have something to do with being an exhibitionist, like wanting people to see you or whatever, but...
Yeah.
I don't think that's some What the Fuck News right there. And it's so funny how ours, like, pretty much aligned.
Yeah, that's never happened. We've recorded 18 episodes now, and that's never happened.
No, 19. This is our 19th.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, 19 episodes. But you know what? This is one of the only times we didn't throw a keyword out to each other. Normally we're like, well, my article's about this.
Yeah, I think we kind of got away from that, though, because we just thought that this would never happen.
Yeah.
So I guess we need to start doing that again.
Yeah, I guess we do. Wow. All right, well, I guess that moves us right into the closing of our show, our very last segment, which happens to be the Last Minute Pitch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, it sure has been a wild adventure. So let's go to our happy, positive place for the last minute pitch.
Such sweet music.
Always makes me think of Little Big Planet.
We like to close out with something little. less loud and obnoxious, because that's the majority of our show. All right, well, I guess I'll start out with my last minute pitch.
Go for it.
Since you have been
kind of heading off each section.
Pretty much this week, yeah.
Go for it.
My last minute pitch this week, I thought about pitching Deadpool, and I told Stephanie I was probably going to, and she brought up a great point before we went live on the mics, that maybe people haven't seen it yet, which they're stupid if they haven't.
But it just came out.
Yeah, but
it just came out, so let's go ahead and...
I'm going to wait maybe another week.
Yeah, I mean, I'd still pitch it for sure, but just
and I'll give spoiler alert when I do, but I'm definitely going to pitch Deadpool. What I am going to pitch is another movie that I discovered. I don't remember where. I think I saw an advertisement for it. Anyway, this movie is called Freak of Nature. What it's about, it's a really quirky little horror movie, but it's also a comedy. It's about a town. I can't remember the name of the town, but it's about a town that has vampires and zombies living in it, like coexisting in current life. Like, they can go to the grocery store and buy bags of blood and little cans of brains. Looks like spam.
Please understand, though, that this is a comedy. They're not trying to do anything serious with it.
No, but it's also not a Wayans comedy either. It's not that kind of comedy. But it's really quirky. It's really interesting. I really liked it. There's 3 different main characters. One of them is... Well, there's more than that, but one of them is an emo kid who decides that he's going to commit suicide by having a zombie bite him so he can turn into a zombie. Then there's a girl who gets tricked into being fang-banged, basically, by the hot vampire, and he just wants her blood. Now she's a vampire, and she's sad about it because he doesn't want her.
And she didn't even want to be a vampire to begin with.
Yeah, and crazy shit ensues between the vampires and the zombies. And then all of a sudden, aliens take over.
Oh my god.
Yes, they're like...
Wait, should you be giving a spoiler alert on any of this?
No, not on that part.
Okay.
Because that's the main plot of it.
Okay.
But, yeah, so, I mean, it's essentially zombies.
I didn't get to watch all of it with him, but the part that I did see was so funny. When the little emo kid is talking about wanting to be turned into a zombie, all the zombie can talk about is brains, right? So she's not like going, brains. She's like, they're actually having a conversation, and she's like, well, I just eat brains. Like, everything always ends with something about brains. And at one point, like, he's like, go ahead, have a bite of my foot. And she's like, but no foot brains. And just the way she looks at him and says it, and he goes, no, I do have a brain in my foot. And then it cracked me out. She goes, foot brain for me? And I was just like...
Yeah, that kind of like wraps up what the movie's about right
foot
there.
Brain for
that
me?
Kind of thing. One of my favorite parts in the movie is there's a character, he's slaughtering all these zombies and shit, and he runs up, he's like, if you want to live, come with me. And then zombies attack him from behind, and he's such like this jacked up guy that he can't die. They're eating the shit out of him. He's like, when am I gonna die? I want to die. Just let me die. And then they rip his arm off. He's like, they took my bowling arm. That's my bowling arm. Oh my god, it's hilarious. It's.
Didn't you say it was something that really wasn't a big hit?
Not as far as I know. I'd never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
But if you're a makeup fan, like a horror makeup fan like I am, you'll notice that you can definitely tell that they did like homages to different styles in the movie. Based like other vampires look like at least part of the vampire looks like it came out of Lost Boys. And anyway, it's a great movie. It's really quirky and goofy, and it's definitely worth watching.
Stoner movie.
Yeah. You guys should definitely check it out. Like I said, that's called Freaks of Nature. At least check out a trailer. Go to IMDb, check out Freaks of Nature, and check out the trailer. And hopefully you'll watch the movie because it's pretty cool. I'd say I give it maybe 4 gorgasms out of 5.
So it was pretty good then.
Pretty good, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, what do you got for the last minute pitch this week?
So this is something I've been excited to pitch about for a few weeks now. My aunt actually is the one who got me turned on to this. We were talking about actors and actresses that look like their video game character. And I know I've talked about Until Dawn before.
Yeah.
So
I believe you pitched it before.
yes, I have. I've pitched Until Dawn before. And so the character Josh in the game, I can never remember his name. It's a very odd name. Can you remember it?
I can't remember right offhand.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Rami
Malek.
Why'd you have to take my thunder away, you fucking dog turd? Dog turd.
You're a doctor.
Dog turd with white crusty stuff on it.
Negative Ghost Rider?
Anyways, Rami Malek, and so he's the guy who plays Josh in Until Dawn, which, by the way, in in Until Dawn, he does play crazy really well. Mm-hmm. So he is the actor that is in Mr. Robot. So when I had sent this to my aunt...
He's the antagonist. He's the central character.
Yeah, he is. He's the main guy. And so my aunt was like, oh my gosh, if you like him in that, then you should watch Mr. Robot. And I'll tell you this, he plays crazy really well in Mr. Robot.
So your last minute pitch is Mr. Robot. TV show Mr. Robot.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What? I said that before.
Oh, I didn't... Okay.
Anyways, and basically, I'm not going to be giving away any spoilers, but it is about a guy who is a hacker, and he's a fantastic hacker. And he thinks about the world quite differently than a lot of people do. He thinks about the true evil that's in the world and the things that people do, and it almost has a Dexter feel to it.
Yeah, imagine Dexter without being a serial killer and instead being a hacker.
Right. And it's funny, too, because I mentioned that...
He has that internal voice.
Like yeah, he's like self-talking to himself. And, you know, that. So, I see similarities in that way. I actually had mentioned it to a couple of people, and they're like, oh, no, I don't see it. But I don't know how you can't.
I see it. I don't know how you can't.
I know. Like, I mean, I was a huge fan of Dexter, watched it all the way into the very shitty end. Anyways, that's a pitch a fit, and I'm not going to go down that route.
Yeah.
But
Thank
yeah,
God
he does this whole
podcast around then because you would have been going off
like for 3 weeks.
Yeah. I'm pitching a fit again about Dexter. Fucking lumberjack.
So yeah, that's definitely what I want to do my last minute pitch about. It's a great show. It's got so much suspense in it. It's fantastic, and honestly, I would give it a 10 out of 10 stars.
Really?
On my own personal Steffi rating.
I would give it like an 8 out of 10.
Why?
And the reason is it takes a weird turn towards the end of the season.
It does, but it's fucking awesome.
And it makes me go, man, I don't even know how the second season is going to work. You know
but that's exciting to me.
Eh.
That's exciting to me, because I'm like, if it went as crazy as it did in the first season, imagine what's going to happen in the second season.
Don't let that deter you. You guys need to check it out.
You do.
If you have a DVR, I think it's on demand on USA Network, from what I understand. If not, find the episodes somewhere. You can probably download them on iTunes or something like that. It's definitely worth your time to check out.
One thing I want to say that my aunt told me to maybe kind of hook you on watching it. Are we even sure Mr. Robot is real? Are we even sure? So, let that kind of hook you in. Yeah. Watch it. It's really good. You don't have to be super smart or super computer savvy to watch it, though they do use a lot of that terminology, and you'll probably appreciate it a little bit more. Watch it. Watch Mr. Robot. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and like I said, I may not agree as high of a score, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely a really good show. So definitely watch it.
I'm ready for season 2.
Yeah,
I found this Tyrone Biggums. If y'all don't know who Tyrone Biggums, it's Dave Chappelle's crackhead alter ego, basically from the Chappelle show. So I found this picture of Tyrone Biggums with the crack on his mouth and everything.
Is that from where he's huffing pain or something?
No, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a crackhead. And so, and on there, it's like, where he's scratching his neck, kind of tweaked out like a crackhead would be. And it says, y'all got any more of the Mr. Robot episodes? And that's how I felt after watching it. I was like, kind of like, I need more.
And you know what? This is a whole nother last minute pitch, and I'm sure it'll end up in our last minute pitch at some point, but Stephanie's the same way about the new O.J. Simpson show.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
So good.
But we won't get into that this week. Maybe that'll be...
we need to stop because we're kind of...
Yeah, and this is the end of the show anyway, the end of the road. So what did we learn this week? We learned that Martin Shkreli and... what's his name?
And Roosh V should be butt buddies.
Yeah, they're two of the biggest assholes
dickheads in the world that get way more attention than they deserve.
We learned that Stephanie eats all the bacon. And
we've learned that Stephanie deserves all the bacon.
And we learned that when I find an earring, I return it. We learned that you should not bone while you're driving.
Or masturbate.
We taught you guys about a couple of things you should watch.
Shared our opinion
Freaks of Nature and the TV show Mr. Robot. So check those things out. And...
that concludes our episode, yeah.
Make sure you stay tuned for our social media. That's at the end of it.
Yeah, I'm going to be updating some shit tonight on it. So, now that we're trying to get back in the swing of things, that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, she's got some Valentine pictures and stuff to put up on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But, stay tuned for after the episode for our little bumper to give you all of our information from the website. And... until next week, we will see you guys back in the closet.
Hopefully we don't get sick again. Bye, pitch bitches.
Yeah, say a prayer for us. We need it.
Hey, pitch bitches. It's your girl Steph here. Just wanted to make sure you guys knew how to get in touch with us. Give you all of our social media information. So, first of all, you could subscribe to us on iTunes, and when you're subscribed to us, you get our episode right away. That is the quickest way to get a hold of our episode, which is always put out at the beginning of the week. You can also get at us on Twitter. Our show's Twitter account is at 2closetmonsters. That is the number 2 Closet Monsters. Or if you want to tweet at me, I'll respond, all that good stuff. Just get me at glittergasm. That is GLITTERGAAASM. That is 4 A's, glittergasm.
And of course, if you guys want to follow my personal Twitter, then you can find me at Scottopic. That's SCOTTOPIC. And you're more than welcome to tweet us on any of the accounts. Let us know what you think of the show. Questions, comments, whatever you have, we'll respond. Also, you can find our community group on Facebook by searching Podcast in the Closet Hour. And there you will be able to talk to other listeners like yourself about the show. And
other pitch bitches about the show.
Other pitch bitches. And in addition to that, you can find us on YouTube and search in the same way, Podcast in the Closet Hour. We have a channel there. Make sure you subscribe. And that way you will be able to get every enhanced version of the podcast, as well as possible different videos in the future.
You can also get us on Instagram, where you can see pictures of us inside and outside of the closet. Our Instagram account is at 2monstersinthecloset. That is the number 2 monsters in the closet. Or you can always shoot us an email as well. We're always up for emails. It is theclosetdwellers@gmail.com.
Yeah, feel free to, like I said, with our Twitter, send questions, comments, anything that you might want to know or say about the show, send it to our email. That would be the best way to get in touch with us. But of course, the best place to find all of our contact information and much more.
In case you didn't want to listen to that other bullshit that we just said.
Yeah, in case you don't want to listen to this shit every week, because this is going to be on every week, go to podcastintheclosethour.com or a shorter address, closetpodcast.com. And there you'll find information about us as a couple and as podcasters. You'll find pictures from our Instagram, and more importantly, you can find all the contact information we just gave to you on our contact page. So make sure you visit podcastintheclosethour.com, and make sure, if you don't subscribe to us on iTunes, pick up our RSS feed so you get every episode every week. So there's all of our social media madness.